Alright guys, welcome to Trailheads. So over the last week or so, I've been up here at the cottage enjoying some vacation time, but what I also wanted to talk about was, I'm out of breath already. Other thing I really wanted to talk about though was the fact that Parry Sound has got an awesome cycling community starting to build up here. And so I had the chance to go check out the new shop that they have in town. Whew. Wouldn't know I'm riding quite a bit. The fact that I'm out of breath already, but have a great shop in town and a great new trail network. Did a video a few years ago with Will Smith, one of the trail builders there. And so I did it again with some of the updates that they've done and got to ride my new trail bike, so it's awesome. So I'm gonna keep hiking up to the top of the lookout tower and get some nice establishing scenic shots for you. All right, you ready?
Sure.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
All right guys, so I'm here with Aleesha from Parry Sound Bikes, and so give us a little bit of the history of the shop. You guys have been open for what, 5 years now?
Yeah, so Parry Sound Bikes opened in 2013. We were just down the street in a rental location, which was great to start, but it was never going to be our permanent home. So last year in April, we bought this building. So we're currently in the old fire hall, which is pretty cool. We bought it in April, totally gutted it, renovated it, and we moved in here August of last year. So we've been here almost a year now, but this is now the permanent home of the bike shop, so it's pretty sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, so you guys put a ton of work into the store. I've been following the Instagram updates the last year or so, right? So it's a true labor of love, eh?
Yeah. My dad is retired, luckily, so he helped with a lot of it. But last summer, everyone from friends, family, people who ride with us spent most of the summer in here cleaning, sanding, painting, just really helping us out big time. So it was pretty neat to see. We just had a party for all the volunteers this fall, and we had 40 people that were here regularly helping us out. So helping us move the stuff, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
It was a community project.
Definitely, yeah. Well, it looks amazing inside now. I love the exposed wood kind of barn look to it. Looks incredible. You got a coffee shop right back here too. So.
Yeah, we put in a coffee bar, so we put that in this winter. Just another reason for people to visit more often and stay longer and hang out at the shop. So.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. Sweet. And then you guys obviously have built a community of cycling around here, because I've been coming up just cottaging for 20 plus years, once a week once a year or so. And I never really could find anywhere to ride. And then in the last 5 years, all of a sudden, I heard from a friend that there was this riding club that went out. And so maybe tell us a little bit more about that and how that got started.
Yeah, I'm from here originally, so I grew up here. I left to go to university and ended up working in bike shops. I did finish university, but I still work in a bike shop. So there was always lots of potential here for riding, and I would bring my bikes back and ride. But there was obvious kind of gaps. Just in town, there wasn't a lot of commuting options. There wasn't a lot of options for kids to get out and ride. The road riding community was relatively small, and I felt that could pretty easily be grown. Just showing people routes and taking people on rides to show them the great routes. And then mountain biking was a huge miss here. There was no dedicated mountain bike center or trails. So with a number of people, we helped spearhead it, but we by no means spearheaded the trail system here. That was Will Smith and a bunch of others through Get Outdoors Parry Sound. But now we have a full network of single track trails growing every year. We do group rides up there, which grows every year. We started out, as group rides do, with a handful of people, and now we show up on Thursday nights to 20 people and a bunch of kids and a bunch of families, and so it's pretty awesome to see, and it'll just keep growing as the trail network does. So.
That's awesome. So when are your group rides? They are Tuesdays?
Yeah, so road group rides are every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and we start at the shop here. We have 3 different levels, so it's welcome to everyone. People who don't have road bikes can try a road bike for free. So we try and make it as accommodating and as comfortable as possible for people to try it. But then our group 3 is also a full-blown spandex ride with guys who ride, you know, a couple thousand K a year. So coming together under one roof on a Tuesday night is anybody from, you know, somebody who's never ridden before to somebody who rides thousands of K a year. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see and to be able to make that work and to make that happen. And then Thursday nights is mountain bike rides. So we do a similar style. We do a learn to ride. So for families or kids, people who are new to mountain biking, maybe have never been on the trails out there, we take them through some of the, you know, more introductory trails. We ride the double track. We do some skills stuff. And then we have an intermediate and an expert group who ride the single track and kind of get through it. And there's, in the intermediate group, there's some skills as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Awesome. And riding with the kids out on the trails is pretty fun too.
Yeah, it's always a good time with kids, just getting people into it, right? So that's awesome. And then last thing before we go, you guys have won a few awards.
Yeah, we have an awesome community here. We have an awesome community of people that ride with us, that support us, that help us out, as I mentioned earlier, with whatever projects we undertake, whether it's group rides or bike events or renovating an old fire hall and turning it into a bike shop. So yeah, because of that, we have won a bunch of awards. The Canadian Cyclist Best Bike Shop is one. So we've won that since 2014, so 14, 15, 16, and 17. That's a reader voted one, which is pretty cool. We're up against shops with a lot bigger populations, a lot bigger communities, but our community really gets behind us and votes for that. And then we've also been the Parry Sound Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, and we've also received the Customer Service Award for the Chamber of Commerce as well. So yeah, it's been a busy bunch of years, but it's been super awesome, and we just want to continue to grow this community, and we're rooted in this community and in cycling. So our goal is just to see that improve and get more people riding bikes, people coming up here riding more. Yeah, that's really the goal. It's pretty simple at the end of the day.
For sure. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. And if you're ever up in the Parry Sound area, camping, cottaging, come check them out. Support the local shops, and they've got awesome kits already. The Parry Sound bike kits, they've got bottles, everything in here. So definitely come check it out. And they've got a full service shop, right? Yeah, so we're a full service shop. We have a mechanic on site all the time. So repairs, anything you need. We have rentals. We have rentals of road bikes, mountain bikes, and we just got a tandem, so that's coming soon. And then we have a full shop filled with pretty much everything you need. We try and keep it so that nobody who forgets anything can't get it in Parry Sound. So, yeah. Easy for all of them. Go ahead. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So what's this one called? Bear Cup? Oh, it's loamy. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Aleesha from Parry Sound Bikes. This is a bit of a bonus clip right here. It's a brand new trail at Georgian Nordic called Bear or Bear Cub. I'm not too sure exactly because on Trail Forks it says Bear, but Nelson, who is ahead of me right here, was calling it Bear Cub. It's brand new. Maybe that's why they're calling it Cub. Obviously, it's still very loamy and tough to get some speed going because it is pretty chunky rolling through there. But I'm sure once a few more riders have gotten through and they've had a chance to tamp down those trails, it'll get a lot faster and flowier through this section because it's utilizing some of the space that isn't being taken up by all of that granite and big rock boulders that these trails are synonymous and known for really well, which is something that I really like, but it's nice to have something a little bit different to throw in the mix as well. New bars, bigger wheel. This is my first time on a 29er. Yeah. Aside from just riding my stepdad's cross country, I'm coming off a 27.5, So I think I've finally figured out a way to get some better audio running through this Hero 6. The audio sucks, as we all know, running it through the KarmaGrip. It's not great even on its standalone, so What I'm going to do, I've got a Peak Design strap that actually can mount onto my Camelback and throw a Zoom H1 recorder with a dead cat on there, and hopefully get some better sounds than this underwater sounding footage and audio. I'm sorry about that. So you're stuck with my voiceovers for a few more videos, and then hopefully this order comes in soon and we can start getting some way better trail sounds, because that's one of the biggest issues that I have with the Hero 6, although it does look way better than the older cameras, especially with the KarmaGrip. It just works well with it. And yeah, so hopefully that setup comes in soon, and we'll get some great trail sounds for you guys as well.
Oh, wow. It seems to be like that every time I come up here. Well, it's the same week I come up, so yeah, I literally drove out to North Toronto Friday night to pick this thing up, and then back home, packed, and straight back up here. It is.
I also guess I should state the obvious that I'm not on the same bike as I was before. I'm sure I mentioned it in a previous video that I cracked the rear triangle in my GT Force Carbon Expert, and there was no replacement option for it, so I had to go with a new bike. I'm not going to say which bike it is right now, but it's a pretty sweet new trail bike that came out with some cool new technology that's in it. And I'm going to do a proper review / reveal video of it in the next week or so. I'm just getting everything set up for it, and I'm sure if you know your bikes, you can guess which one it is. But for those that don't, and you haven't seen anything from my social media, I've been trying to keep it quiet, but there are a couple sneak peeks that I've thrown in there. Overall, I am just so stoked to ride this bike, and I can't wait to share a little bit more about it. But for now, you'll just have to hang on and wait and see.
I love that stuff. It's tough, but just so different.
So I actually happened to be out riding Georgian Nordic on my first day out there and my first day on the brand new bike. I hadn't been riding over a month and a half. So I was trying to find the trails, and they are tough to find if you don't ride there often. The one thing that they are saying that they're working on is getting better signage, because since it's a lot of that granite rock, it's tough to find a lot of the trails. When I was leaving, I just happened to run into Nelson and Nick. Nelson's a local, and he knew the trails fairly well. Nick is a friend from Ottawa, I guess, and they were out there riding, so I just tagged along with them. So big thanks to those guys for letting me come tag along for a little bit. I made it out on this trail, and I was going to try and loop around with them one more time, but I lost all of my cardio fitness, and I was pretty well gassed at the end of this one. So thanks to them for letting me come out with them, and hopefully I get to get up there soon riding with them again.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to leave it there for this video, but thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the interview and some of this riding footage. Again, I'm a little slower for now, trying to get my fitness back, but it does get better. And when I get out for my ride with Will in the next video, you'll see a lot more of the trails and a lot more of that granite rock. That's just a ton of fun to ride. And I hope you come back. So if you like this video, obviously throw me a thumbs up, comment on your favorite trails to ride, or if you are a local at Parry Sound and you have any other tips for where I should ride. Love the recommendations. I try and get up there a few times a year, and hope to see these guys again soon.